In This Season podcast, where we unpack the most empowering conversations, have exclusive and inspirational interviews, and host special events. Join Tammy, some call her Butterfly, and explore life's purpose by learning how to embrace each season of your life with confidence, strength, and purpose. Whether you're blooming in the spring, or shining in the summer, or embracing change in the fall, or gracefully hibernating in the winter, get ready to be inspired. Join us right here on this season of In This Season podcast with your host, The Butterfly. It's time, no matter what season it is.
All right. Good morning, y'all. They
Welcome
said
to
it's
In This Season
time. They said
podcast.
no matter what season it is. So let me get some of this stuff stopping here so we can start. So, what season is it? How we bring the day in. I had to
I
talk
like that.
myself out of my attitude today, y'all. It's like,
I
get it
like
together,
that.
girl. What's wrong with you? Tired.
One thing's for
Trying to
sure,
keep it
two
moving.
things for certain. You know I was gonna be
Huh?
here. I was gonna talk trash till she wasn't here.
You would have called me. Look at it, y'all. Look at it. Come on, who's popping with us, grooving? Life doing you, you doing life. Pimping wearing you wearing the pimp. Who's grooving? I know Miss Brenda Davis is out there. Come on, y'all. Bring life in today. For my gangster walk people. Hey, y'all know nothing about that. That's for the true Memphis club, no name. It used to be, right, y'all? Y'all remember that page? Skating ring. We don't do stuff like that anymore. Let's see who did it. Oh, Big Mike says, good morning, everyone. Miss Brenda, great everything, everyone. We'll be in for a quick minute, headed to the park to walk. I got a busy day today. We're going to be quick anyway with you guys today. I have some stuff going on myself. I'm sure Trent maybe has to get to the gym. Or is today your off day?
Today's my off day.
Tuesday. Okay.
I had a meeting today, so it's about
Oh,
that.
that's why you all blaze it up. Is that a blaze over there? See, look.
No, it's just it's my favorite shirt. It
Oh,
says
okay.
"Put the armor of God on."
Okay.
Uh,
All right. The armor of God. Whew. Put it
uh,
on every day. Go to sleep with it. Wake up with it.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. So, y'all, let's get this barbecue started. Let's make it happen so we can get the people to the park. Um, I'm not being nosy.
What'd you say now?
Trent Williams, I said, is it about the book, your interview?
Oh no, 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 not the book, not the book. It's
Okay,
about the
cool.
different
All right.
ability and the it's about the foundation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans. All right. Welcome to the barbecue. Why do we cook this good food up, get up in the morning and eat it, right? Why do we start our day with it? What is it all about? So we're journaling through. For those of you who have not been here, my son and I have been. These Brandon and I have been journaling through "Think and Grow Rich: A Black Choice." Um, I'm sorry, Daily Motivations for African American Success. I would show you my book in detail, but it is all worn. But it is by Dennis Kimbro, who is also the author of "Think and Grow Rich: A Black Choice." So, Daily Motivations
One
for
is
African
actually mean
American.
you're using it, so that's good stuff there.
Yeah. It's gone. I need to actually buy another one. So daily motivations for African American success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead you to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short but powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, again, who is also the author of the popular Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes, but also when to say no, and when to look inward for answers to life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans, such as, but certainly not limited to, Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Gout, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year. But what it teaches you will last a lifetime. It should last a lifetime. Does it? Is it lasting, right? Is it lasting throughout the day for you, the week, right? The months.
Yeah.
We've been here a couple of months. Is it lasting? Is it teaching you? Are you growing? Black Enterprise says each affirmation in this valuable and thought-provoking book takes only a few minutes to read, but is worthy of more time for contemplation. Are you contemplating? Are you thinking about it? Are you allowing it to simmer in your life? Right? So, you got anything? You still grooving?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
You
good.
are. You feeding the ducks over there, ain't you? Y'all saw he's bopping. It's
I'm
hard
good.
not to do it. That song is good for me. Um, Tasha is in from the ATL.
Hey,
She says,
Tosh, how
hi,
you
Tammy.
doing?
She says, hi, Tammy. Love you. Hi, Trent. She says, thank you. Thank you for getting in with us this morning. Tasha be rolling, y'all. She be busy. Right. So y'all ready to jump into it? They say nothing to it but to do it.
That's
So
good.
let's do it. And y'all, I didn't set my alarm this morning. Did I say that already? I told you, Trent. Like I
Yeah.
woke up at 6:35. It was so awesome that I had to go outside and get my computer. Left everything in the car last night. Did bring it in. So it was one of those kind of nights. But did you set your alarm? Let's get some reading going here. Let me get me some light. We're going to get the quote out and then I'll add the affirmation here soon. So, did you set your alarm? Our quote for the day comes from Jewel, who is the founder of 100 Black Men. I think it's Jewel McCabe. All right, so it says, isn't it a shame, our quote, isn't it a shame? A black man invented the clock, and we still have black folks who don't know what time it is. Isn't a shame, he said. Isn't it a shame? A black man invented the clock, and we still have black folks who don't know what time it is. All right now. Founder of 100 Black Men.
Mm.
So our reading goes, we're told in Genesis that a deep sleep fell up over Adam, but nowhere does it say in the Bible that he woke up. In essence, all the events that followed Adam's falling asleep are a part of his dream. Many of us possess an Adam mentality. For too many have entered into a deep sleep. Many have never realized, or even worse, have forgotten our true identity. Each of us were created for success. An honest look at the troubles we have created for ourselves as people reveals that we have painfully lost sight of the vision that once painted our future. I got to read that one again. An honest look at the troubles we have created for ourselves as a people reveals that we have painfully lost sight of the visions that once painted our future. What began as a happy dream seems to have spanned into a nightmare of fear, deprivation, and unhappiness. These clouds have hidden the great origins of our history. These clouds, I say, have hidden the great origins of our history. Nightmare with an awakening. I'm going to say nightmares should always end with an awakening, but I get what he's saying here. While the
Right.
dream may seem overwhelming as you experience it, it becomes nothing the moment you open your eyes. If you are passing through such a dream, take comfort in knowing that this type of experience is important. When planting a garden, the earth must be turned over, tilled, and smoothed out before new seeds can grow. In the same way, before a new building can be erected, the old, useless structure must be leveled and cleared away. We must make space for something new and better to enter our life. We must make space for something new and better to enter our life, you guys. While it may seem that sometimes we are spinning dangerously out of control, we're not alone. The Creator is ever present. The
Absolutely.
Creator is ever present. May I say it again? The Creator is ever present. Such a time calls for faith, knowing that somehow everything, all things will work for the best. It is not your world that is shattering, it is your illusion or illusions. And our affirmation for today: I know what time it is. It's time for me to realize my true identity and to reach my goals. Our affirmation for today, one more time for the people in the back. I know what time it is. It's time for me to realize my true identity and to reach my goals. What you got for me? What you got for me,
Quite
Mr. Evans?
interesting. Quite interesting. When we're talking about um, being asleep, right? And most of us are in a deep sleep. But I truly believe the only time we wake up is when we're connected to God. That's when we inherited great discernment and how to move through life. I was asleep for a very long time. I had a facade over my life. It looked good, looked very well. I made it look real good, but I was only lying to myself. The
Mm,
moment I was recovered and connected to God, I was straight.
mm.
There's a lot of us sleepwalk through life, and I was one of them. So I get it. I get it. It's a great quote. Some
I
things I
like
could challenge, but I won't.
right. There's a few things I could, but and you guys, that's a great point, because in most everything there's something to challenge. But if you put the focus on what challenges you through whatever it is, then so be it. We're not going to agree with everything. And that's a great point for us to carry away from for the day. Like, there's some things I woke up in that one because I woke up late. Two, when I realized what I have to do today, and I'm like, and I got into that place, but I chose to come out of that place, right? And even in having to go and do, there is blessings because guess what? I can go, I can do, right? So we have to stop. This is also about self esteem, your value, how you see yourself, how you treat yourself, how you allow others to treat you. But there's something here that said these clouds have hidden the great origins of our history. Y'all,
Yeah,
what do you think our history is? How many of us knew that a black man invented the clock? There's so much about this world that says nothing about us, but we have to take responsibility to wake up, to see the value in us, to show the value in us to our children, right? That wasn't taught to us,
right.
right? There's
I
so many
believe that
stories.
we're
Go ahead.
I believe that we're easily manipulated because we're not connected to God. Because if you're connected to God, nobody's going to be able to come through and feed you anything. No one will be able to come at you and feed you anything if you're connected to God. I
Discernment,
think exactly. I think this is where the
wisdom,
disconnect in us go
right?
because the reason why the majority of us in the deep sleep because we're believing everything we're fed.
Hmm. And then we're
So
not
it's
feeding ourselves,
exactly. It's okay
right?
to question. It's okay to question. It really is.
And if you think about it, you guys, for our ancestors, I'm gonna go back to where it says these clouds have hidden the great origins of our history. There were, of course, we always gonna have the crab mentality that generated from the mental enslavement, right? But I remember growing up seeing our history as, now we might not have had a lot, but whatever we had, we were grateful for. We shared, right? There was a sense of connectedness, not perfectness, but a sense of connectedness, right? That allowed us to at least have some kind of dignity, integrity, character, and which comes from God as well. But the verse, as you talk about, as you speak what you're speaking, Trent, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renew. How do you renew something?
Sure.
It's like a renovation of your home. If you're going to renovate your home, everything comes out. Everything comes out. If you're renovating your home or just a room, still everything has to come out. I've been doing some deep diving into things that I'm going to get rid of. And for a long time, I had just a pile in my closet of things that I'm going to get rid of. So a few days ago, Sunday, I think it was, I decided I can't take this anymore. I'm just going to have to put it somewhere until I can completely go through it. Now,
Right.
when I walk in, there's evidence that something was there because it seems so much clear and comforting when I walk in the closet. Before, it felt like boom, everything is hitting me in the face, right? So, guys, you have to make room to grow. You have to want to grow. What does your growing look like? Because truth be told, and I want to read one of our quotes from Marion Wright Edelman, it is, who is one of the contributors to this book. I think we've had a lot of things that have come from her. And I think Brandon has maybe read this a time or two as well. But our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I think we know that. And that
Right.
scares us sometimes, right? So our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? And I'm going to add successful, right? Who am I to be all this? Who am I to love on myself? Who am I to require peace that surpasses all? Who am I to have discernment and wisdom and strength? Who am I? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. And I added all that, y'all. I'm sorry. You are a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. Are you playing small? Are you purposefully not setting that alarm clock because you know that you are just, as I go back to the other day, you are getting dressed up with no place to go.
Right.
You are just another pretty face or a pretty body that you dress up. And the other one before that, it says get the picture. So do you get the picture? Set the alarm clock. Get to a point where you don't need the alarm clock. That your life tells you that I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm doing me. I'm doing life. Life is not doing me. So isn't it a shame? It says a black man invented the clock. And we still have some, I will say, I will add my word, black folks who still don't know what time it is, who still don't know how powerful they are. How powerful. Do y'all realize? And I'm going to turn it over to you, Trent. This has always been so amazing to me that as our ancestors were enslaved, that the same people who enslaved them allowed them to take care of their babies. Y'all get that?
Right.
The same people, right, that enslaved them allowed them to come into their homes and take care of their babies.
You know what? And to add to that, those same people that they brought over, there wasn't people that was uncouth and all that stuff. It was doctors, engineers, philosophers. These were people of esteem, high esteem, that they took and brought over. So when people tell you, "Oh, they wasn't civilized," that's not a fact at all. Not a fact at all. To be honest with you, they were sailing over to the Americas 1,000 years before Columbus claimed to have discovered America. Let's keep it a buck. Let's
Now
keep it
people perish for a lack of knowledge, right?
exactly.
Y'all,
We were
when's the last
trading.
time you
We were
said that?
trading with the Americas 1,000 years before. We was trading with our own people in the Americas. Let that simmer for a second. We were trading with our own people in the Americas.
And the point here, I think the how, the where is the mental mindset that you have taken on because of the foundation that you believe you came from, right?
Right.
It reminds me of the true story that I've shared here before. The mother whose daughter owned and still owns a state farm agency. Was it Allstate? Allstate, I'm sorry. But the mother would not get insurance from her daughter. She wanted it from someone of another race.
Wow. I never
Yeah,
heard that story.
yeah, 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 yeah. There's such a connection. Y'all remember how the insurance man used to walk around and knock on your
Yeah.
grandparents' doors and how they cheated them out of dollars and dollars. And there was nothing you could really tell your mother or your grandmother about that man, about what he's doing, because there was a sense of well, what's the word? Superiority
Yeah.
that they looked upon when it came to people of a different color because they've been conditioned. But you remember Frederick Douglass. If y'all want to study somebody, read about read about Frederick Douglass, who says, "You can have my body. You can
Yeah,
have
but
my
it's
body.
mine.
My mind belongs to me.
Exactly. It's
Your
the most
mind is
powerful
your
tool on
alarm." Say that
yeah.
again, Brother Jim.
It's the most powerful tool on the
Right,
body.
right.
Yeah,
It can take you there. It could keep you here. It could take you back there.
exactly.
Which is it for you? Which
Speaking
is
of
it
the
for you?
mind, speaking of the mind, I know for some people it's and it was for me as well. But when we talk about having a strong mind, a strong mental, it's a journey to get to the highest level of yourself. Trust me, I know. It's a journey. Sometimes I turn back. I turned back a whole bunch of times. Once I saw what was ahead of me, I feared it. But the moment you become invincible to yourself,
Mm,
the moment that you know that you can do it, the moment that you place faith and courage over fear and just take that leap of faith, you good.
mm, mm.
That's all it is, man. You good. I mean, I ran up to the finish line and turned away out of
Oh, say
fear.
that again. Say that again.
I ran up to the finish line,
He ran
turned away
out of
because of
fear.
fear
Fear of what?
of what I was supposed to achieve. I didn't feel like that was for me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought that God was like, what I'm saying? Like, God, you made a mistake because I can't do this.
Mm.
But when
That's
I
powerful,
placed my
y'all.
courage over faith, faith over courage and faith, and just took the leap, it was on and popping from there.
Um, Gosh, I almost want to. I feel like I should find that one where it broke down faith and fear. Oh, I found it. Failure.
It's
So one of
okay.
the best ways to overcome our fears is to analyze the ingredients of failure. Failure. F. Fear, frustration, failing short, A, for anger, anxiety, adversity. I, impatience, indifference, impulsiveness. L, lethargy and laziness. U, unworthiness and uselessness. R, for regret, remorse, resentment. And E, envy, egotism, and emotionalism. That was August 6th. Scared straight was the topic, and every day I'm scared. That's the only way I can stay ahead. Meaning
Right.
sometimes, when we are at the wall, our backs are at the wall. Some of us, still not all of us, will be forced to come out fighting, right?
Yeah.
But do we continue to fight? It's like the alarm clock. When it goes off, do you wake up? Do you stay up? Because sometimes we wake up, we run to the door. As Brother Trent said he did. I ran to the door. But I got there and I got afraid. Oh, maybe I'm not
Worthy.
value enough. Maybe I'm not equipped for this.
Yeah.
But I tell you, and we'll get ready to close out here, you guys. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And we often leave it right there. But there's so much more behind that. And that is the meat of it. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you know God's perfect will for your life. And if you are connected to God, if you have a relationship with God, it says the Creator is ever present. Ever present. Are you there? Sometimes we'll pray for doors to be opened, as Brother Trent might have with this door that he ran to. I want to do this. I want to do that. And God will, I told a young man that last night, God, you pray for a door to open because you told me you did. The
Right.
door opened because I know it did. And now you're just standing there, if you are there anymore. I hope he's listening today. If you are there, I said, you had an opportunity here. And I spoke up for you on this opportunity. And what did you do? It was put in your hands
Right.
and you just holding it.
We got to be careful, man. I hear these people all the time saying pray. But first of all, be mindful who you're praying to. Second of all, if you're really praying to the right guy, the right energy, whatever you're praying for, trust me, if you praying from your soul, not your heart, your soul, you're gonna get exactly what you're praying for. Just prepare yourself.
Some of us are praying, still praying for things that God have, he's already opened the door to. You just not there. We don't want to be uncomfortable,
It's true.
right? We don't want to get naked, right? In the sense of, all this stuff. Be honest with yourself about who you are, how you feel, what you're doing. And then how do you want to feel? What do you want to do? What is success to you? Because the Creator is forever there, always present, you guys. Are you? Did you awake from the dream? Are you still in the illusion of it? Are you still dreaming? Did you wake up and hold on to the dream? It's like trauma. That's a word that's become a popular word and no discount to it. But which do you choose? Do you want to hold on to the trauma or do you want to move on? Because in most cases, the traumatic experience that you went through, you're not going through it in the physical,
Right.
hopefully, right? If you are, different story. You got to do something about that. But once it's happened and it's done, then you are still holding on to it in your mind. You're reliving and recreating. And some people are like, well, I don't know how to stop. The same way that I stopped myself from being in this little funky mood this morning.
Let me get 2
Get it
minutes
together.
because
Go
you're
ahead.
always doing stuff. Let me get 2 minutes. Something you said just triggered me, right?
Okay.
When
He was
when I
triggered.
became me,
I said he was triggered. So something's there. It hit something. It hit
When
something.
when I fell paralyzed, my left side was completely paralyzed. In my mind, I never saw it. In my mind, I never felt it. I never felt those, numbness. I never felt any of that. I've always felt like everything was still good. I
Mm,
embraced it, yes, but in my mind would not allow me to consume that or allow that to consume me. I never thought about that. And still to this day, I still don't think about it. I just call it a different ability. And I went
and a
on
new
about
lifestyle.
my
Remember
life.
yesterday? Your
Yeah, and
a
I
new
changed it and
lifestyle.
turned it into a lifestyle. But my mind wouldn't allow me to wallow in that. So I never looked at myself as motionless. I never looked at myself as, oh, this right arm doesn't work properly. Oh, this leg doesn't work properly. I just went on about my day
Mm,
and kept it moving. But the mind is a powerful tool, man. The mind is a powerful tool. Whatever that mind tell you to do, and you could do it, just fall in line and do it.
right. Just do it. Stop. Let's stop talking. I think yesterday was our. Let's see. There's one more that I want to reference here as well. Oh, yeah, it was yesterday. Honey, it's so easy to talk a good game. What we need are folks who will do something. Stop
Yeah.
talking a good game about your life and do something. Because if your good game don't include the good God, it's just a game that you will play and never win. You will continuously have to play it. But when you get God in it, right? When you plug into God, when you flip that light switch on, matter of fact, you won't have to even turn it off. It will become automatic, right? On and off, on and off. God giving you time to rest, giving you time, then waking you up to go and be the servant that He created us to be. We all have the same purpose in life. And I'll say it like this. I'll go back to my verse. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind so that you know God's perfect. Maybe let's take on that purpose going forward. And how do you be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind? Renew yourself, delight yourself in God. I don't even, y'all, I wake up praying. If I get up in the middle of the night. Why? Because I've learned that that's the only thing that keeps me afloat. And I don't know if you heard this, Trent, but I shared on the show one day that I feel like people are getting tired of me talking about the goodness of God. You know,
Yeah.
energy speaks, and you can look in the face of people like, dang, don't you, something else you could talk about? I'm so serious to the point where I'm very careful about who I share it with because I don't know if everybody wants to hear it. And I get it. I think they want to hear, but it's like you ran to the door and you think,
Yeah, but if
oh, no, God ain't gonna do that. Does God really do that? Right? Y'all study the Bible and see what the people that God used, how much they went through, and what He brought them through.
if they are tired of that, they need to check the energy because that's low energy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's a low energy person. If they're tired of you talking about that, because to be honest with you, as you talking about 10 minutes ago, I'm thinking to myself, "Damn, I'm getting fed this morning. This is a good breakfast this morning. I haven't had
It's
breakfast
different
yet."
here on the show, but like when you even because I can't really see the people here, but the when I'm out and about, I'm talking about, and I'm not sharing just those good things because, like I say, I wake up this morning. I woke up, I'm like, dang, I had to say, girl, really. I walked and I just like, you know what? We're not doing this today. Every day is a great day.
Exactly.
It may be a different day that I have to put on a different lifestyle just for that day. But how else do my mind be continued to renewed if I if God doesn't allow me to see and feel some kind of way some days? How will I know that I'm waking myself up and getting up out of that dream? That I'm not going to stay in the illusion of this day that God has created,
Right.
right? And so we got to check ourselves, even with, and Trent, sometimes people don't want to hear that, my opinion, because they don't believe that God, it's like Steve Harvey said, I'm crazy enough to believe that God will do what he said he will do.
Absolutely. I'm a
That's it.
witness to that.
And some people don't, they'll hear that. And now it's like, well, he did that for you. Study lives of people who have went through great challenges. You got one right here in front of you who laid in there, it's like, I don't know who you bringing that wheelchair in here for, doctor. you know,
Yeah.
that's not for me. I'm going to walk.
Yeah.
And so he's walking,
Yeah.
right?
Amen.
So tell yourself, I am going to wake up regardless if the alarm clock is set or not, right? I didn't set my alarm clock last night, but I woke up and thought, oh my gosh, right? And I woke up again because I didn't let how the day started. Because, see, it would have been a lot worse if I had, oh man, I'm late. Now I got to rush and do this, rather than just going ahead and do what I got to do what I got to do, which is be here with you,
That's right.
right? So I could do it like, okay, I woke up late. I got to get it. So I got it and I'm here. But if I'd have just been moping around, feeling some kind of way, got to go out to the car, get my computer, get all my stuff,
Yeah.
still ended right here with some minutes to go.
There it is.
Because
Like for
God
me,
expects
right?
that.
Like for me, I knew that last night because normally I'm podcasting in the evening. I only get, podcast in the mornings twice a month. I'm podcasting with my nutritionist coach over in France. I had to get up early, but Tammy said Brandon was going to be out. I was like, okay, cool. No problem at all. So I've already set my mind
Hmm.
to do my prep work at night. I set my studio up last night for this morning. So got up 5:15, did my thing, came on into the studio. But I prepped myself. I set my mind. The moment I committed myself to doing this, my mind was already set. So my prep work is the night before.
I get it. And usually I will too, but I'm telling you, last night I got home late. I'm serious. I got home later than I expected.
Yeah,
Um,
when I saw you backstage, it wasn't. You was vibrant.
yeah,
You was
I'm like,
vibrant.
what? So, but it's all good. It's all good, y'all.
There it
Wake
is.
up, wake up, wake up. And here we missed this part. We're told in Genesis that a deep sleep fell over Adam, but nowhere does it say in the Bible that he woke up. I got to go back and read on that one. In essence, all the events that followed Adam's falling asleep are part of his dream.
So wait
Somewhere
a
you
minute.
fell asleep. Where in your life did you fall asleep?
Is he insinuating that Adam perished at that point?
No, I think he is saying he fell into the deep sleep. I don't think it's that he's perished. I think it's maybe talking about life, how we get stuck somewhere in the illusion. That's why I say I got to go back and read that because I never thought of it in that sense. Well, it says he fell in a deep sleep and never mentioning about his waking up.
Because I
So I
don't
have
think
to
in
read about that.
Genesis,
But as
I
it
don't
relates,
wasn't Adam one of the people from the Bible that did not die?
where was isn't it about the part Adam and Eve?
Yeah, I'm lost on that. I'm gonna have to go read that
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, I have to read that. Yeah, yeah. But I think as it relates to life, um, it's just kind of telling people to wake up. Set your alarm clock and wake up. Don't stay asleep, but be alive, right? Just think about people who just sleep their lives away. You know, they just do nothing. They're the living dead. I think you and I talked about that a few days ago when I was like, have you
Mhm.
been out in these streets lately, man? People are zombified, if that's a word. People look dead.
That's true.
Why? Because there is life in you. You're asleep. You've fallen into a deep sleep. And so you just
Even when
walk
you're partying.
around sleepy. Yeah. Yeah.
Even when you're
So
partying, you're really sleeping.
yeah. Yeah. So set your alarm. The question is, did you set your alarm? I'm going to say, set your alarm. Wake up, right? Wake up.
Well, your
The,
favorite view is kind of late. I'm surprised. Maybe he was fixing coffee or something. Your favorite viewer, he's late. He just said good morning. Al Sal,
yeah,
your
he's been some things going on. He's been late a few mornings to work
favorite.
to the barbecue. Something going on over there. You better go check, Trent.
I'm gonna have to go check on
He
it.
may have some cowboys over there, them cowgirls over
You
there, or
know,
something, right?
he's actually he joined my gym, so I'll see him
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you
Yeah, I'll
told
see him
me.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me. I'm gonna leave you guys with the. You've missed out, Al Sal. Good morning to you, though, Alvin Williams Jr. Good morning. Where's the one? Da, 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 da. I want to leave them. Okay, here we go. This one was from September the 11th. On the Right Track was the title or quote. Some people dream of great accomplishments while others stay awake and do them. I think I shared it earlier. But some people dream of great accomplishments. Dream, right? You're dreaming of the great accomplishments while others, they stay awake and they do them.
That's right.
Pimping wearing you or you wearing the pimping,
That's right.
right? Anything else? Want to say thank you, you guys. I think we're all caught up. Big Al Sal, thank you for joining us at the last hour. No, thank you. You can always go back. This is a good one. You should go back while you're in the gym doing your thing. I saw you getting it on. Big Al Sal says, "I'm finna get it on, baby. Let's get it
Uh,
on." Y'all remember that?
yeah. Now this is a good one. Real quick.
Yeah.
I was fed this
Yeah.
morning, so that was real good, man. Real good.
So
Yeah.
how do we do it? How do we end the barbecue? We got our plates, right? Put the foil on it so that we don't lose it on the way out. Y'all ready for this? Let's
Sometime.
take it out real fancy. Get your groove on. We gonna just sit in this for a minute. Go on, Trent, pop it out.
It's like I told you yesterday. Ain't nothing changed but the limp.
That's a different lifestyle.
That's it.
Okay. All right, y'all own this day. Don't let the day be you, right? Be ye encouraged, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Pimping when you wearing the pimp. All right. Life wearing you wearing the life. All right. Look at head over there. Big Al Sal, are you popping with us? We call it grooving, feeding the duck, feeding our lives. All right, y'all be great. We're gonna get out of here so that we can go do what we got to do. Wonderful time with you guys. So, let's make it happen. Be back here tomorrow. Trent, you gonna come back with me tomorrow? I got my cousin filling in, but you should come on too.
I'm gonna come through.
Okay.
I'll come through.
All right. Let's see who is coming. Big Al says, yes, ma'am. He's moving on out. Go feed them ducks today. Thank you, Wendy.